Hi, this is Rima MD, and I'd like to share something very special with you. During our time in Peru, we spent every day with a young man named Hubert, whom I have written about, and you may have had a chance to read my daily blog about the amazing trip. Well, much of it was amazing because of Hubert. He's a luminous human being who practices the ancient Quechua or Incan religion, ceremonies, and lives its philosophy. At the same time, of course, he's integrated into the modern world. He has a cell phone, he drives, he is capable of bringing together the best of those two traditions. And he was generous enough to share a great deal of that with us. So on the last day that we were together in Peru, I asked him if he would give us an introduction into the use of Coca in his culture and in his life. And he did so with grace and elegance and beauty. So I'm going to share that video with you as a tribute to the capacity of people to take the ancient, weld it to the modern, and make a whole that makes sense.
Hola, Rima.
Hola.
Let's make coca tea.
Yes, let's make some coca tea, and then you'll tell me why we're making the coca tea.
Look at this. So these are the leaves. In the sun probably better. These are nice and fresh. This is the way how we can get it in order to use them. Not just for tea, but we make also powder out of it to make cookies, to make cakes. It's part of our diet, coca. So we like to drink on tea, especially when we are going to be in high altitudes. I'm talking about higher than 11,000 feet. So I take about 15 coca leaves. You know, it has about 14 alkaloids. And the next step is the water. And then the next step is to let it rest. There. So for about a minute, and then it will be ready.
Tell me how this functions. So I was asking you how coca tea helps you. What does it do for you?
It gives us not just energy, but then it gives more oxygen into our brains. So we can have this oxygen, especially when we are higher than 11,000 feet. Plus, not just we use them for the altitude, but then the coca leaves are really good, especially to digest food. This is really good for our stomach.
Now, are you drinking a decoction of cocaine? Lots of people think you would be. If you chew the leaves, if you use them in tea or food, you're actually using cocaine, are you?
There is 14 alkaloids, and yes, one of the alkaloids, it's cocaine, but then it's very little. I won't get high even if I am chewing 5 or 10 kilos of these coca leaves, which will be impossible. Probably in a year I get the amount of, I don't know, I don't really know how they make cocaine, but this doesn't have those effects, those side effects.
And I can testify to that because I've been drinking 2 or 3 cups every day, and it does not get
You don't get high.
Not at all.
Yeah, so not really, we don't really use them as a drug. The smells tells me that it's almost ready, and you can actually tell when it's ready when the leaves are changing their colors. Look, they have little green dots, but then Little bit more probably.
So the green dots have to go away?
Right.
The light green dots?
The light green.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have an infusion that I was making for myself right here.
And looks ready. Look. Yeah.
Because all the leaves are dark.
Right. So we also drink it. Yes, we drink a lot of tea. This is part of our diet, as I was mentioning. After lunch, cup of Coca tea will be really good, especially to digest, because at this elevation, digestion is very slow. So we always like to take a cup of tea after lunch. And as well, we chew the coca leaves, just like this. We put it next to our cheek there, and then it stays there like a candy. Like when you have a candy, put it there on the side of your cheek, and your saliva is going to help actually to activate those alkaloids. When we go work on the fields, when we go hiking, most important, this is for us, because it also makes you thirsty, so which is really good, especially when you are hiking. Another reason that we love coca leaves is because this is a gift that Pachamama made it for us. Pachamama give us these leaves, and we are using them. Pachamama well loves it. So we like to give 3 coca leaves, just 3 leaves as an offering, and I will show you how. So a little offering to Pachamama. Why don't we go to the yard there to do it? It has to be in an open area where you actually are be able to see the sky. Very important.
And here we are in this open courtyard with beautiful flowers and stonework.
Beautiful there, good soil there. We have some water here too. The sky up there. And number 2. So I always put the biggest one on the back, because this is the apus, known as you can call it Pachamama, Earth Mother, and she's the one who's protecting us. This is me and my opposite, the representation of duality. Always is the belief of yin and yang, or that the understanding that one hand washes the other. I name, like here we have, all of us, we have names. Here, the mountains, each of them, they have names. So I name the mountain of the area that I have been born. It's actually my protector. So I will say, Apu Sangate, Apu Sakantai, Machu Picchu, Sacsayhuamán, Inti Taita, Mamacocha, Pachamama. What I did is I record the message here in these coca leaves, and now I have to look a place that is connected with Pachamama. So I'm just gonna put it under this beautiful flower here. Just to say thank you for everything that Pachamama is giving us, especially the source of water. just to say thank you. This offering.
Do you do this daily?
Not daily, but I wish I will do it. At least I do it twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially when I am high up in those Andes mountain range.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe you come back and tell us a little more about your village and your experience while you drink your tea.
So it's ready now. See how the color had changed? So now it's ready. And that's the way how actually to drink the Coca tea, because otherwise you won't get all the vitamins that we have here. And where did I learn to drink this Coca tea is from the countryside where my family is coming from. This is part of our diet, as I was mentioning. So every day Coca tea for us is it helps us a lot, this, because most of the times we don't really carry water when we go to work on the fields. We don't buy bottled water. If we find a spring there, we drink the water, but we don't really carry water. What we will take is chicha, which is a ceremonial drink made out of corn.
A fermented beverage.
Fermented beverage, right. Okay. Especially to give a little bit to Pachamama, to make an offering there. Before we start working on the crops, we like to make a quinto, which is the offering of the coca leaves, and then a little bit of chicha as well to earth, to Pachamama, in order to say thank you for these beautiful potatoes or for these beautiful crops you are giving it to us. Yeah, so salud.
Salud. Lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you.